Hey guys, today's video is an interesting one, as they all are. Today's video is on uh, the one of the major reason why well why most people are not happy. I'm not sure if you are happy as saying personally, but if you are unhappy, this is one of the major reason why you may be unhappy. I mean, I do notice that a lot. That is one major key that is keeping people from finding happiness and just being happy. Because like if you look at most people don't appreciate anybody. Most people don't appreciate anything that they have. Uh, they are always about they're always about themselves, like what they can get out of a person, what they can get out of something. They don't take time to appreciate the person they have in their life. They don't take time to appreciate what they have in their life. So this is why most of the time people will not feel happy, and happiness will continue to elude them because they don't appreciate what they have. They don't appreciate. Uh, for instance, this is why most of the time that whenever a couple breaks up, uh, at during the relationship, like they didn't take time to appreciate each other. They didn't take time to appreciate what they have. So this is where familiarity does breed contempt. People just forget what they have. So after the relationship is over, then they actually realize what they have and they actually miss it. So that's why they tend to try to get back together with the other person because they want that thing, or they want that quality in that person, but they only realize that after the person has gone out of their life. They didn't take time to see the value in the person, to see the quality in the person, to appreciate them, because they are always looking for something else. Even while in a relationship, they're still looking for some other person, and they're still seeking other things, and that's what keeps them from finding happiness. This is the same thing with material objects in life. Um, Most people, like, they have everything they want at one time, but they don't take time to appreciate it. They don't take time to appreciate what they have. They always want the bigger house. They always want the nicer car, and the consciousness is focused on something they don't have, and because they don't have it, they're lacking it. They feel unhappy because they're constantly striving to get that thing they don't have, instead of focusing on what you have and being happy with what you have. I mean, yes, you can have goals, set goals, and um, have a picture in your mind of where you want to be, of what you want to accomplish. And let's say if you do want a nicer car, just visualize yourself already in possession of that thing, but you don't want to act like you don't have it. You don't want to feel like as if you don't have it, but you can visualize yourself in it, experiencing it, and eventually it's. But you still have to be happy with what you have and be happy with where you're at. Be content with what you have. That's what's actually going to propel you forward to experience what you want. But you can't focus on it in a way where you feel like you lacking it. And that's why I tend to not to associate myself with a lot of people, because like like I said, most people don't appreciate anybody. They don't appreciate anything. They're always focusing on what they don't have, uh, and then that bring a little bit of selfishness into the situation. And you can give a person, like, a person can have, like, okay, uh, a person can be in poverty, and they are uh, and if they are like I said, if they are in poverty, and if they are, for instance, let's say if they are angry all the time, or if they are unhappy, uh, or for instance if they have like an addiction to something, just having more money is not going to make them any more happier. What that's going to do is, if you're angry all the time, if you're uh, if you are always easily agitated, or if you have an addiction to something, then the money is only going to make that problem a lot bigger, because you have the means to feed that addiction. You have the means to feed whatever you have going on. So money doesn't change people. Money actually reveals who you truly are. And if you are a nice person, money is going to reveal and amplify how nice you are. And if you're not a nice person, and if you are a rude person, or any other negative qualities, the money is only going to reveal that quality in you, and it's going to show people. It's going to amplify it in a way. That's what money actually does. It doesn't change you. It just reveals who you truly are. And um, and that's why most people will not find happiness, because happiness is a state of mind. You have to have that state of mind to be happy. Nothing can outside of yourself can bring you happy. You have to choose and decide to be happy with what you have, where you are in life, and do have plans and envision yourself to where you want to be. But don't don't concern yourself with how you're going to get there. Just concern yourself with, you're happy at that moment. You live in the present moment, and you're feeling contentment with what you have. You're feeling happy with what you have, and you will see that you naturally gravitate toward what you want, towards your desire, because happiness is a is a good emotions that, especially if you combine it with the visualization, it it brings you, it gravitates you, it it brings your manifestation to you, where you don't have to go out and get it. And I'm not sure if okay, never mind. I thought I usually don't do cuts and edits, so it's just a straight shot. Um, I mean, I do like to edit, but it is time consuming. And like I said, guys, you just take time to appreciate what you have in your life, because I do know that people, if in a relationship, the two people can actually like realize what they truly have, like the person they have in their lives, and choose to appreciate the quality they have, the what they bring to the table, and choose to genuinely appreciate that person, they will see that there's no need to go out and look for something else, or look for someone else. And then the other person will feel joyful, they will feel happy, they will feel appreciated, because you appreciate them. By appreciating them, they feel genuinely happy, and eventually they're gonna do more for you, because you're showing appreciation toward them, and it's just gonna reciprocate. They're gonna show you appreciation, and then it's just that's how beautiful relationship flourish, and it blossom by each other showing appreciation in a relationship. But as soon as you focus your attention on someone else outside of the relationship, trying to get with someone else or finding someone else, then the relationship has already failed, because your attention is somewhere else. And the other person will notice. They will notice that. I mean, you may hide it for a little while, but stuff like that you cannot cannot hide. Like people, you, I mean, a lot of people take people for granted. You know, they don't really see how people are really intelligent. If you really look at it, they notice things. They get energy. They get feelings. You know, it's they just know. You know, because if someone is not feeling happy in a relationship, they're not going to stay in a relationship. And once they leave, if it's then that's when you will realize what you've had. If you didn't take appreciation for it and grasp it when you had it, then after the breakup, then you're gonna try to get back with them. By that time, it might just be too late. So that's it. That is one of the major things. What's keeping people from being happy? They don't appreciate what they have. And I try to like get away from like people like that. I mean, I do notice a lot of people are like self-centered. They only concern themselves with themselves. They they're always focusing on the on the self, which is not the inner self, but the exterior. By focusing on the exterior, then they lose sight of what's in here. Like what makes a person beautiful is kindness, compassion, and unconditional love. By going inner and making your inner self beautiful, then that also extend to the exterior. You also become the body also becomes beautiful. It's the energy, it's the vibe that because attraction has nothing to do with looks. Attraction has everything to do with energy, the energy you give out, and the energy people perceive. So a lot of people are too concerned with the body, with the physical body, and well, you do get lost in that sense. So try to focus on what you have, guys. It doesn't matter what it is. If sorry, I'm in the car making this video, and it had the AC off, so it was getting kind of hot. So it's be genuine, guy. That is what I always preach on this channel. I always advocate is kindness, compassion, and unconditional love. This is how you raise your vibration, because especially nowadays, what's going on in this world, it's a purge that's happening. Like all the lower frequencies, all the negativities, well, all that is being eradicated from the planet. So if you are living on the lower frequencies, yes, the world is ending for you. But if you are living with kindness, compassion, love, and you raising your frequency and you vibrating on a higher frequencies, like this is the reason why you cannot see the aliens that exist today, because they are vibrating on such a higher frequency that your eyes cannot perceive them. They can go in and out of dimensions at will, and they can be right in front of you. You cannot see them. Similar to like ghosts vibrates at such a higher frequency that they are on a different plane of existence. So your eyes can only perceive within a certain light spectrum. Within outside of that boundary, your eyes cannot perceive anything that is not physical. So this is why the aliens have always been here, and they always will be here. And they are the one that's in control. And they are interdimensional beings. They can travel in and out of dimension, travel back and forth through time, and you will not perceive them because your eyes can only perceive. Especially if you keep focusing on material things, that's when you really get lost in this physical world, where the mind cannot perceive anything outside of the physical. So, like I said, guys, focus on what you have and just be content with it and be happy. The emotion of just being happy uh, will bring to you anything you desire. I mean, it's the happiness emotions is what accelerates the manifestation process. Um, that's what it takes to be. That's one of the major key it takes to be happy. Appreciating what you have, and once you appreciate it, and You learn to live happy. You're not worried about, too concerned about what you don't have, because that's what most people focus on, what they don't have, and that's what creates unhappiness. And I know I tend to repeat myself. There's a main reason for that, because repetition is the key to learning and grasping any information. So by repeating it to you, your subconsciousness is grabbing it. If I just say something one time to you, then you, which is which is the conscious part of of yourself, yeah, will just grasp it and just forget about it. But once I keep repeating it, then it enters your consciousness and it get embedded into your subconscious. Once your subconscious grasps it, then that's when it stays with you forever. This is the reason why people can read books. They can read all the books they want about trying to change, trying to be a different person, trying to learn something. If they read the book once, they're not gonna comprehend anything. They'll know what the book is talking about, but after a while they'll forget everything. But by having the subconscious mind, by repeating or by reading over and over that book over and over, then the subconscious mind grasps it, then it becomes a habit. But this is I know the video's been long, guys, but live with love, kindness, compassion, and I guarantee you your life will change.